Only time and a closer inspection would show him where the truth lay. Still, at least he could attempt to find out more about the concentration of metals. A large amount of readily available metals on or near the surface would make establishing a colony a far easier prospect. Readings, again, not what he would have predicted. They contained high levels of titanium, with small amounts of aluminium, vanadium, and even trace amounts of tin. Readings of titanium, aluminium, and tin were consistent with a meteorite. The vanadium was only known to exist as a trace element in meteorites. This reading in this concentration is nearly 1,000 times greater than one would normally expect. It was, however, possible that this system might contain a higher proportion of vanadium in its meteorites than his home system, and this might account for the difference. If this was also the case on Hope, however, he might have to take some safety precautions depending on the form the vanadium took, since it could represent a hazard to his health. With the prospect of landfall coming closer, and issues at the possible levels of vanadium on Hope, he had to consider what items he'd take down to the surface and what to leave behind. The capacity of Calypso was limited, and the trip to the surface was designed to be a one-way visit. To counter this, Ogier had been stocked with a variety of stores that he could select from, depending on the conditions on Hope. It was up to him to decide what to take and what to leave. Some medical equipment, water purification, ration packs, seeds, was guaranteed to be taken on Calypso. Then again, there are other items which would now be less likely to be taken on board, such as Arctic survival equipment and radiation protection. Once on the surface, be able to contact Ogier and then relay information home. Other than accessing information from the computers or scanners, he'd be very much on his own. The velocity of Ogier now decreased significantly from its initial entry into Alpha Mensae, and now make avoiding obstacles easier. Also, the information coming into the sensors is now getting more detailed all the time. Soon he'll be able to get more accurate readings on the surface terrain, soil density, and chemical components of the crust. This would give him enough information to know which plants would grow on the surface and what structures would be needed or be able to be created on the surface. He, of course, could use Calypso as a temporary living accommodation. Its hull was even designed to be disassembled for future use, but this would mean that he'd have no method of returning to orbit. The decision to dismantle Calypso is a statement of his commitment to the landing. Of course, unless he was able to create more fuel, Calypso wouldn't be able to take off again, and it was likely to be 40 years or longer before any other ship made it here from Mars.